Napalm. The very word evokes images of fiery destruction and unimaginable suffering. It is a substance that has left an indelible mark on the history of warfare, a chilling testament to humanity's capacity for both innovation and destruction. But what exactly is napalm, how did it come to be, and what are the ethical implications of its use? Napalm, in its essence, is a terrifyingly simple concoction. It is a flammable liquid, typically gasoline or jet fuel, thickened with a secret ingredient that transforms it into a sticky, gel-like substance. This unique consistency is what makes napalm so devastatingly effective. Unlike conventional bombs, which explode on impact, napalm clings tenaciously to whatever it touches, engulfing its target in a fiery inferno that is incredibly difficult to extinguish. The development of napalm was born out of the brutal realities of World War I. Early flamethrowers, while effective at close range, proved cumbersome and unreliable on the battlefields of Europe. A more potent and versatile incendiary weapon was desperately needed, and scientists on both sides of the conflict raced to find a solution. The quest for a more effective incendiary weapon would continue into World War II, with devastating consequences. The search for a deadlier incendiary weapon continued into the Second World War. In 1942, a team of chemists at Harvard University, led by Dr. Louis Fieser, made a breakthrough. They discovered that adding a mixture of naphthenic and palmitic acids to gasoline created a highly flammable, sticky substance that burned far more efficiently and adhered to surfaces with terrifying tenacity. This new and improved incendiary weapon was christened napalm, a portmanteau of its key ingredients, naphthenic and palmitic acids. The impact of napalm on the battlefields of World War II was immediate and horrifying. Allied forces deployed napalm in both Europe and the Pacific, using it to devastating effect against enemy troops, fortifications, and even civilians. The firebombing of Tokyo in March 1945, which claimed the lives of an estimated 100,000 people, stands as a grim testament to the indiscriminate destructive power of napalm. The use of napalm in World War II marked a turning point in the history of warfare, ushering in a new era of increasingly destructive and indiscriminate weapons. But it was the conflict in Vietnam that would truly cement napalm's legacy as a symbol of the horrors of war. The Vietnam War was, in many ways, the defining conflict of the Cold War era. It was a protracted and brutal struggle that pitted a technologically superior American military against a determined and resourceful Vietnamese adversary. Napalm, tragically, played a central role in this conflict, becoming synonymous with the brutality and devastation that characterized the Vietnam War in the eyes of many. The United States military deployed napalm extensively throughout the Vietnam War, using it to clear dense jungle foliage, destroy enemy fortifications, and target suspected Viet Cong positions. The rationale behind this widespread use of napalm was rooted in the belief that it would help to break the enemy's will to fight and bring the conflict to a swifter end. However, the use of napalm in Vietnam quickly became highly controversial, sparking outrage and protests around the world. The image of Phan Thi Kim Phuc, a 9-year-old Vietnamese girl running naked down a road, her clothes burned off by a napalm attack, became a searing indictment of the human cost of the war. The photograph, captured by Associated Press photographer Nick Ut, won the Pulitzer Prize and galvanized anti-war sentiment worldwide. Section 4. Scars on the land, scars on the soul. The enduring impact of napalm. The physical and psychological scars left by napalm are profound and long-lasting. Survivors of napalm attacks often suffer from horrific burns, many requiring extensive skin grafts and enduring years of painful reconstructive surgery. The psychological trauma can be equally debilitating, with survivors haunted by nightmares, flashbacks, and the constant fear of fire. Beyond the immediate human cost, napalm also leaves a devastating legacy on the environment. The intense heat generated by napalm fires can decimate vegetation, pollute water sources, and render land uninhabitable for decades. The long-term consequences of napalm use, both for human health and the environment, are only beginning to be fully understood. Despite the widespread condemnation of napalm and its devastating effects, the weapon remains in use in various conflicts around the world. The international community has made some progress in regulating the use of napalm and other incendiary weapons, but much work remains to be done to eliminate these horrific weapons from modern warfare. Section 5. Dropping the mic, a gesture of finality and its unintended consequences. In the world of music and entertainment, the act of dropping the mic has become a ubiquitous gesture. It is a symbolic act, often performed at the end of a particularly powerful or moving performance, conveying a sense of finality, confidence, and undeniable swagger. The performer, having delivered their message with passion and conviction, lets the mic fall to the stage, leaving the audience in awe and silence. While the act of dropping a mic is generally associated with positive connotations in the realm of entertainment, it can also have unintended consequences. A microphone, despite its seemingly simple design, is a delicate piece of equipment. A forceful drop can damage the microphone, potentially rendering it unusable and interrupting the flow of a performance. The symbolism of the mic drop can be extended beyond the stage, serving as a metaphor for the potential consequences of our actions and words. Just as a carelessly dropped microphone can have unintended and